Alright guys, going in with this paint palette I got from the Halloween store. Using that white shade and a paintbrush, you're going to go from the top of the ear and carve out to the top of the other. And on your nose, you're going to make a little upside down, or an actual V, to carve out your nose hole. And the nose is just going to be two solid straight down lines with a curvature at the bottom, making a little squash shape. And next, you're going to curve out your cheekbones. So if you make a kissy face, you can see where your cheekbones are, and you're just going to make a wave pointing the bottom of your cheekbone down towards your lips. Next, you're going to create the bottom of your jawline, going in to make a little hole in between the two and making an opposite wave at the bottom. Which for some reason was not the easiest thing for me, so it's okay if you make mistakes. This paint is really easy to just wipe off and redo if you need to do so. Next, we're going to be going in with these makeup crayons using the black and just shading in your nose hole. This crayon was not the easiest to work with, so you'll see in a second after I create like the base of the shape, I'm going to go in with that paint palette again with a paintbrush and just fill it in a little bit more to create it a more detailed look. Next, going in to paint our entire face. This paint was really pigmented. It was actually $1 at Target. And you're just going to fill in all of your face except for your cheekbone holes. So you're going to go over your lips and all the way down your chin. Also just create a line to carve out the bottom of your jawline. And don't worry, we're going to fill in the sides of our jaw with the black a little bit later. I just wanted to put down our teeth line before we did all that to see where everything is going to end up. So going in with the black from that palette, using a smaller paintbrush, I'm going from the corner of my lip all the way up to my jawline, which is right in between these two holes in the paint. Also, you're going to want to color in a little bit of your bottom lip, just the inner half of it, and later on you're going to color in the top as well. You don't want to do your whole entire lips, just the inner part of them. And then just go in and look at both sides of how high you drew your mouth line, just to make sure that they're even with each other. So here I'm just going in and filling in the top part of my lip on the inside as well. Next, using a liquid eyeliner, I'm going to go in and start making the teeth. So first you want to make a line going straight through your Cupid's bow, and you're going to go off of that line for the rest of your teeth. So you want to make sure that they're all pretty even to each other and they're all the same height length. You don't want them one smaller than the other or anything like that. And I also went ahead in and put some white in the rest of my cheeks so we can shade in some black later. When you make the last tooth, make sure there's a little line at the end as well, making sure they're all even. And what I was trying to show you guys here is that I already did one side of my face for the shape of the teeth, and now I'm going to show you how to do the other side. So you're going to go back in with that little paint palette, and you're basically going to make the teeth look a little bit more weathered and skull-like. So you're going to make them kind of look like little bones is what I was imagining. So the bottom is a little bit more rounded out like the trunk of a tree, I guess you could say, and then the top has a little bit more of a weathered look to it as well, where it's circular, and the messier, honestly, the better, because skull teeth are not perfect at all. So just make it a little bit messy, and it'll look even cooler. Going in and creating those cheekbones now, you're going to just fill in the shape we already created for them. And you want to outline the top and the bottom to be very even with each other. And what I was going for is making the top of the cheekbone end at that second tooth. So it'll point all the way over to it as I just keep extending it as you keep going. As you can see, I really took my time with this, just trying to make sure the top and the bottom matched each other, and going in and filling in that cheekbone hole as I went. Now going in with some white paint, you're just going to blend the two colors together to make more of a gray color, so it looks a little bit more cohesive with the shading. Just go in and fill in the other side, and also make sure that you're making both sides match here again, just like you did with our mouth line. Next, we're going to go in and partially outline the top of the skull. So you're going to go from the side of the nose all the way out to the end of your eyeball and just make a solid line there. Next, you're going to take a black eyeshadow, any kind is fine, and here I used an eyebrow brush, but any smaller stencil pen will any smaller eyeshadow brush will work for this. So you're just going to go in and make a line right underneath that outline, just to do some shading in the skull to make it look a little bit more lifelike. Then using that white paintbrush again, I just went in with some paint and shaded it out. Then you're going to do the same exact thing right above the jawline, going in with that black eyeshadow and then using that paintbrush and blending it all together. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. Next, we're going to go in with that black eyeshadow again and just set the paint on our noses. I did this because my face is oily. After setting this shadow, we are officially done with this skull. I did go in with some gold gems to make some gold teeth. But I hope you guys liked my addition of a skull, and I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and thank you so much for watching.